everybody, welcome to Monkey Business and Beats. Today's video is for Baby Fridays. It's for Baby Fridays, and I promised you last time that I was gonna talk about what yes, about you, my love. About what Luna had last weekend. Well, last weekend actually, 2 weeks ago. About the blisters that she had on her mouth. I had the papers here from her doctor, but apparently, just because I look Mexican maybe, she printed out the what is it in Spanish? And I'm not lying, look at that. Oh, this is in Spanish. Exantemico virico. I don't even know what that means in Spanish. Axantema virico. Excuse me. I know Spanish, but sometimes these words are so crazy. Anywho, I am Nena, if you don't already know. Today's Baby Friday, my only series where I talk about baby related things and mama related things, trying to help you new mama or the old mama, whatever, who wants to see. And here's Miss Luna right here, right next to me. I took her to the hospital on the 9th, to her doctor on the 9th, because I noticed that she had blisters. So she got some blisters here on her, the area of her mouth, like the outside area of her mouth. Excuse me, right here. Let me get closer. And then I thought it was because it was getting really hot here. But then I saw that I was seeing that every time she swallowed, she will seem like she was in pain, or something was hurting, and then she was really extremely moody, and then she didn't want her to eat as much as she would, which that's weird for Miss Luna over here. And then one morning I pulled her lip down, and then I saw like really almost like blisters, but they didn't have the little ball with the liquid on. They just look like sores. They look like sores, and she had them in like here, and then her gums were really swollen, and they sometimes bleed because they were so swollen. I guess she touched it or whatever. They would bleed. So I took her to her doctor, and then they told me she had, right here it says Axantema virico, so it's like baby eczema. Am I saying that right? Like blister, like, I don't know. Right here, I look for it because she actually, good for her. She gave me a code here where I could actually go and look for information in English and instructions how to do this. I took her there. They checked also her ears to see if there was any infection in her ears. So there was no infection in her ears. And then this disease is called hand, foot, and mouth disease. So that it could also spread like to her palms, to the palm of her hands, and then her feet, because they're so like gentle, and so they could get it there, I guess. And they gave her to take acetaminophen every 6 hours, then swap to ibuprofen every 6 hours. From acetaminophen it was 4.5 ml, and ibuprofen it was 5 ml. So like Motrin and Tylenol, that's what it is. I had to every 6 hours I will take Tylenol, then I'll take it to Motrin, because he also had fever, and the fever was, I believe it was 101. I think that was the fever that she had, and I thought it was her canine too that were coming out, because they're almost too abrupt, the skin. So I thought it was that. So it's so difficult. So I'm gonna read right here so you know what it is, and then I will show you a few pictures of Luna let me take of her mouth, but that's after I tell you what it is. So I'm gonna read right here, like right here. Okay. So hand, foot, and mouth disease. What is hand, foot, and mouth disease? Is an illness that causes sores in or on the mouth and on the hands, feet, and sometimes the buttocks and legs. The sores may be painful. The illness usually doesn't last more than a week or so, and that's true. She only lasted a week with that, and then the bad ones, like in the inside, were gone. She still has like outside ones a little bit there. She did not get it in her butt, feet, or hands. She did not get them, only on her mouth. And then carry on. Hand, foot, and mouth disease is common in children, but can also occur in adults. Ow, mommy! It can occur at any time of the year, but is most common in the summer and fall. Well, hello there. It is not the same as other diseases that have similar names, like sometimes called mad cow disease. What the heck? Oh, excuse my language. These diseases almost always occur in animals. Oh, kidding. Let me screw that. What causes hand, foot, and mouth disease? Is caused by a virus called an enterobus. That's what the word she was giving me in that. When we went to the appointment, that's why in my blog I was like, it was a word thing. Enterovirus spreads easily through coughing and sneezing, but that's not the case with the baby because she wasn't sick or anything like that. It usually takes, Miss Luna, it usually takes 3 to 6 days for a person to get symptoms of the hand, foot, and mouth disease. After being exposed to the virus, this is called the incubation period. So before she got actually noticed, that's when she had like 3 days. She had like really bad, she wouldn't sleep and she had fever, and she was taking Tylenol that I was giving to her. So what are the symptoms? At first, your child may feel tired, get sore throat, or have a fever of around 101 to 103, and that was the fever that Luna was taking, 101, 103, like she was having. Then in a day or two, sores or blisters may appear in or on the mouth and on the hands, feet, and sometimes the buttocks. In some cases, a skin rash may appear before the blisters do. The blisters may break open and crust over. The sores and blisters usually go away in a week or so. In some cases, there are no symptoms or they are very mild. Parents may get the disease from their children and not even realize it. So, here it is. She did get the fever of 101 to 103, like 2 days after or 3 days after she got the fever, she got the sores, and she only got it in her mouth area, no hands, no feet, no buttocks, no legs. And she did not pass it to me, and I still, that's good. I do still breastfeed her, so I didn't get it. How is hand, foot, and mouth disease diagnosed? A doctor can tell if your child has hand, foot, mouth disease by the symptoms you describe and by looking at the sores and blisters. Tests usually aren't needed. So she was checked with the doctor, checked her mouth. She went and looked at it. She had also like 2 blisters or like 2 sores in her throat, and then obviously you could see it in the outside. I could see it in the outside too. How it's treated? It usually doesn't need treatment as it goes away by itself, but you can use home care to help relieve your children's symptoms. Offer your children plenty of cold fluids to help with sore throat. Cold foods such as flavored ice pops and ice cream also may help. Don't give your children acidy or spicy food and drinks such as salsa and orange juice. No, salsa, baby. Luna hasn't taken that yet. These foods can make mouth sores more painful. The salsa and the orange juice. For pain and fever, give your children acetaminophen, such as Tylenol, like I told you, or ibuprofen, such as Advil. Oh, that's not Motrin. Did I say Motrin? Screw that up. It's Advil. Do not give your children aspirins. It may be linked to Raynaud syndromes or serious illness. Be safe with medicines. Read and follow all instructions on the label. Children are more likely to spread the disease during the first week of the illness, but the virus can stay in stool for several months or may be spread to others. To help prevent the disease from spreading, if your child goes to a daycare school, take to the staff about your children can return. Talk to the staff about your child can return. Wash your hands frequently. Teach all family members to wash their hands often. Don't let your children share toys or give kisses while he is or she is infected. I actually give kisses to Luna when she had that, and I didn't get, not that I'm saying you will, but I didn't get it, neither did my husband did, and we live with my sister, if you're not already noticed, and her little cousins, they didn't, but I was careful that they didn't share a sippy cup, or they wouldn't kiss each other, because my little niece kisses Luna a lot, and we were careful not to do that. I always use antibacterial, so there was no doubt about that. So that's maybe why I didn't get it either, because I use antibacterial a lot. When I wipe her belly, I try not to get it on my fingers or any place else. But yeah, that's what Miss Luna got, and I will show you now the pictures where I tried to take of her mouth. So yeah, that's how it looked. Hopefully you understood what I read. This is almost also called like a flu that is manifested or shown with the sores on their mouth. It goes away within a week, and then by taking the medicine, it also helps. And it is very important that you take the medicine according to the doctor tells you and the weight of the baby. If the baby weighs less, you take less medicine. If the baby weighs a little more, then you take more medicine. So you really... Are you talking to? So you really have to be careful how much medicine you're giving to a baby. Shut up! Oh, be quiet, Mama. Be quiet. Yeah, so that is all for today's video. Hopefully, if you find it informative about the blisters, check it for this season now that it's summer and spring, that babies could get this. And then don't freak out like I freaked out, because I already freaked out. But yeah, that's how it was. Miss Luna is now happy. She only has like a few, like just that last one there. And then she ate a lot of popsicles and ice cream, so she was happy about that. And the soreness and the swollen part of it was gone. So yeah, thank you for watching us. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And if you already did, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time on another Baby Friday or another video. And say goodbye, Nena. Goodbye.